Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Charul C Jaitly, the co-founder and managing partner of Mātiti Group. And today I want to talk about something which is a common occurrence for our day-to-day life. And I'll tell you what reminded me of this topic. It was last weekend. I met with a friend of mine who I've not met for a couple of years. She got married almost at the time close to COVID entering into our life. So I met her for the first time after she got married, and we were excited to meet up, and our conversation started on a very, very positive and very enthusiastic note, where she spoke about how her financial well-being has enhanced dramatically since her marriage. And she's a very successful lady by herself in her own career. Very financially stable, but her marriage enabled her to be in a place in terms of financial security where she felt that she did not have to worry about paying up her bills or worry about the rents and the checks and the bills ever in her life again. And I was very happy for her, and she looked supremely thrilled. And it was not too long after that, perhaps an hour later into that conversation, and now we are almost on our main course for our dinner. And in a side chat that I was having with her, she started to talk about how, with her better state of financial being, she'll have to pay more taxes, and that in her marriage that she had two stepchildren who were about to go to college, and that will drain their finances as well, in a nice way, but it would have an impact on their bank balances, and that the political situation in the country that they came from was evolving every time, and that might have an impact on the amount of tax that they paid. And while she was going on with all of this, the little voice in my head just reminded me as to how short-lived such happiness, such moment of contentment can be. And it was just in that moment, during that conversation, that I got my personal reminder that this sense of well-being, that the peace of mind, the comfort that we feel in our life has got very little to do with the amount of money in our bank, but has got almost everything to do with how we think about that money that we have in our bank. And today I want to talk about that. And I can relate to this feeling because I'm a business owner, and as a business owner, we can always fall into this trap of not enough, in spite of all the numerous hundreds of things that we accomplish and do in a day. We could just be hitting the bed at the night feeling almost incomplete and dissatisfied with how much we have done and achieved. And this constant urge and this constant knack and this constant need of doing more, of wanting more, producing more, can lead to burnout, to stress, to anxiety, and could perhaps snowball into bigger issues and challenges that one has to deal with in their life. And when I talk about all of this, I'm not talking about our dreams and our goals for life and things that we wish to accomplish. I'm talking and I'm referring to that little voice in our head that constantly tells us that we are not good enough, perhaps because we are not producing enough. It is also that limiting belief that tells us that our value and our worth is inherently tied to how much we can produce, how much we can deliver, how much we can perform, how much we can really do and outdo every day for our own selves. And in trying to understand this concept very simply, more and not enough are two sides of the same coin, really. Both come out of a state of scarcity consciousness. They both create a feeling of scantiness, of deprivation, of lack of something. They both endorse a conditional state of happiness, which is very short-lived, which is for that moment and for a very, very small time period. And I'm sure in the back of your head, you have sometimes acknowledged, if not fully been aware of it, that this constant urge of wanting more and doing more has almost all the time taken you away from enjoying and experiencing the present moment fully and completely, which is what then makes take you away from your center. And when you are moved from your center, it throws you off balance. And not being able to enjoy the present moment, and this conditioning of our mind with scarcity consciousness makes us want to believe that there is a better future moment. And because of this conscious thought, a choice of better future moment, we just want more and more and more, sometimes not even knowing and understanding and realizing where are we headed. Does this all sound familiar? Have we all experienced it at some point in our life or in our journey?